Hello, fierce ones! Welcome back to more Let's Play Pokemon Gold. We are back in this tower so that we can use strength now that we have it and get this final item out of here. So that way I won't forget later on in the game, because I know that's exactly what would happen as we started getting more and more involved in this Lighthouse business. So this is actually my second attempt at this episode, because last time I did this, I ran into a Miltank in the wild and battled it for like 15 minutes trying to catch it. I used like all of my balls, not even kidding. And it was just a disaster, and it was like the entire episode was just that, and then I couldn't even catch it because it's like its defense was all the way up, but its accuracy was all the way down. So it was like, this is not working, and nothing worked. So I was like, this isn't worth it. I'm not wasting everybody's time with this. So, yeah, scrap that, but the sucky side of it is I caught a Farfetch'd after my last save point, which was, you know, right after the Lighthouse of the last episode, and I named it That's a Duck, because it's described as a wild duck, and, you know, I don't have it anymore because it was caught after I saved from my last save point. So, you know, we'll try and catch Farfetch'd again and name it That's a Duck again in honor of Nostalgia Critic. Not sure if any of you got that reference or not, but, you know. So, I don't know. It was right in this area. It was like the only Pokemon I ran. Ooh! Here it is! Farfetch'd again! Now, I think it's Farfetch'd that most people say sucks as a Pokemon. Like, it's not a good Pokemon to have, just because it's, I don't know why, but Farfetch'd has never been one that was on my party, so I have no idea, but that's just what I've heard people say, like, a million times. So, let's see, let's do False Swipe. I'm pretty sure that's what I did last time. Maybe. Yes, because I leered on it too, I remember that. We'll do False Swipe twice, and then we'll use Leer. So yeah, with the whole Miltank incident, I think that what happened was I just got, because the defense was all the way up, thanks to stupid defense curl or whatever, you know, I couldn't do anything. It was just, she was too defensive against my balls. So, you know, not good, but whatever. Now we can catch this baby and be off. So, yeah, 17 Pokeballs, 5 Great Balls, and 1 Lure Ball, and I still didn't catch that stupid Miltank. I was like, this isn't worth it, and it was too far along to where I could just, you know, finish the battle and keep going. I didn't want to buy a million more balls, so, you know, that was my problem. Yes, Leer does not work on Call of Duty, sorry. Oh, come on, it only took me 1 ball last time. Although I think it was a lower level than 16. Please don't make another repeat of what just happened to me, or I will kill you. And I'm not exaggerating. I don't want to use more than 3 balls on you, because I want to get to some of this Lighthouse business. Oh my god, why is this not working? Come on. Stop it. Yeah, I used like Sand Attack like 5 million times in attempt to get Miltank, and it just did not work. I used so many things so many times and none of them worked. Okay, what is wrong with this? Come on, it didn't do this last time. Stop it! You know what? I hate that this keeps happening to me. I did not have this bad of luck before. Come on, you're a freaking Farfetch'd. You're not Mew. You're not Mewtwo. You shouldn't have this hard of a time adapting to the fact that you're gonna live in a ball. Stop it. Ugh, I don't know. It really bothers me that now none of my catching abilities are working. It's like, thanks a lot, because I've spent way too much time on this game for you to not work. Alright, come on, Farfetch'd. Finally! Thank you, stupid. That's a duck. See? Look at this. It says wild duck. It's exciting. Alright, yes. Nickname that. A duck. Okay. And we're good. Thank God. Alright, well, thank you for bearing with me for that. Let's continue onward. And we need to go to the Pokemon Center because, Skyther fainted. I don't want to have a fainted Skyther on hand when I enter this tower. Alright, so we're gonna prepare for a whole bunch of battles up in this lovely lighthouse that I started to explain last time, and I mean, I basically explained the gist of things, but I didn't really go into much detail because really you can't until you're to the very top where the storyline really picks up, so, you know, we'll work that when we get there. I don't remember if you run into Pokemon randomly in this tower or not. I don't know, but you run into a crap load of trainers, so it's annoying enough as it is, even if there aren't Pokemon in here. Alright, don't fall into black holes. We're not gonna battle Grandpa, but we are gonna battle this pirate guy. Men of the sea are always spoiling for a good fight. Yeah, fun times. You know what I'm spoiling for? A freaking showdown with stupid wild Pokemon that don't want to go in my balls. What's up, Poliwag? You're pretty hip. Let's see. Let's cut you. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na. Yeah, I guess I could switch to a different Pokemon that's not Warix just to train up in some of these battles so that, you know, it's not boring for you guys to watch just Warix the entire time. The only good thing about this, though, is that Warix gets a ton of points because it's the same type of Pokemon as he is, so, you know, you get, like, a ton of experience points versus if it were, you know, just like a bug type or something. Not that you don't get a ton of experience points for that with some Pokemon, but just not with Warix. Dang, girl, you got it. Alright. Ooh, if I lose. You're weird. Alright, so yeah, this is just the gist of the entire tower. I don't think that you run into Pokemon in here, actually. I don't know, just, excuse me, remembering back now. Dang, why do you have so many things? Okay, yeah, I am just gonna use Warix for this, because this is gonna take way too long otherwise, because he's got like 5 Pokemon. So we're just gonna use Cut on all these weirdos. You know. I don't want to change. Let's see, I need to think of a fun story time while I'm doing this because these battles are not going to be interesting enough without it. So, let's see, what do I want to talk about? I've probably mentioned this, well, I know I've mentioned this several times in the past and I keep mentioning it, but Pokemon Conquest is getting closer and closer and I'm really excited about it. I can't wait for that. I don't know if, I don't know how many of you saw on my Twitter the little doll I made of the Oichi from that game, the girl with the Jigglypuff. I made a little doll of her that I was pretty proud of. I posted it on my Twitter, and you know, because I post everything on my Twitter. Twitter is actually a really good way to get a hold of me. I swear I have like 70 unread private messages right now, and a lot of the ones I have read, well, who am I kidding? Most of the ones I have read I have not responded to. And you know, I read them, I really do, and you know, a lot of them get deleted because it's just asking me for a friend code or something, and I've said in a million different places that I'm not going to share that. But, you know, others are like really nice notes that I need to respond to, and it's just simply, you know, it's discouraging to sit down to, you know, 70 private messages and try and answer them all, because it literally takes like all day, and I don't want to just be like, oh yeah, thanks. Like, I don't want to just say some stupid little sentence, but a lot of the times that's all I can manage if I do that, because it will take literally all day to do that, if not. But anyway, what I'm saying is, like, Twitter is actually like a really great way to get a hold of me, just because of the whole, like, I don't know, like 140 character rule, and like you can message at people and whatever. Like, short and sweet is the way to go. Like, I know I am such a fan of, you know, many people out there, and I could go on all day, like, writing them, but, you know, it's really hard to answer the super long messages, because you don't want to not address anything that they said in it, or be like, oh yeah, thanks, you know, means a lot, because, I mean, yeah, it does mean a lot, and I'm thankful for it, but it's like, you want to say more than that, because, you know, your fans are writing you such nice, like, such nice letters, like, really. And, you know, that's the tough thing about it, is that when they go on for longer, it's like, well, you know, I don't know. It's just difficult to deal with. It's hard to explain, but, because of the length of, like, Twitter messages, it's just so much easier to get back with people, because, you know, you've got 140 characters to say whatever you need to say, and then that's it. And it's like, oh my god, that's so much more manageable than, you know, writing out like 3 paragraphs. Which is, you know, my biggest beef with it, because when I see people write a lot, I don't want to just write like 1 sentence back, because I feel weird doing that. Like, you guys are gonna be like, what the heck? But, wait, splash? As in, like, the same move that... Oh, slash! I was like, holy god, no! Why would you want to learn that? Yes, let's make room for slash. Let's just forget water gun, because I know I'm gonna replace it later anyway, it doesn't matter. And we'll learn slash. So, last Connie, you're pretty cool. Okay, I don't want to fall... No, I don't want to fall into a black hole, but I don't want to go this way either. Dun dun dun. So anyway, yeah. I know I apologize all the time for not answering those private messages like I should, but it's just like, that's why, you know? And it's hard to explain to people, and I know that a lot of you guys get upset with me because of it, and you're like, why don't you ever check your private messages? But, you know, I mean, think about it. It's a lot to sit down and answer, like, you know, 100 messages. That takes all day, and I'm so busy, I don't have all day to just do that. But, you know, excuses, but I guess it's kind of my fault, because I always want to say more than I probably need to say. I mean, if I can only handle a sentence, I should at least give you guys that, but, you know, I'm a doof, and I mean, I try to do what I can and try to manage what I can, but if you guys really want to get a hold of me, Twitter is the way to go. I'm not kidding. So, because I check that all the time, I can check that on my phone, I can tweet on my phone, so it's like, even when I'm on the go, that's like so much easier to manage. So, you know, that's why I say that. But anyway, you know, that's my little explanation behind that. And where are we going? We're going up, of course. Are there items down here? Sometimes, yes, I was correct. Okay, TM34, which contains, I don't know, because we didn't look. Oh well. Doesn't matter, we'll figure it out later. And we're pretty high up here. My bird Pokemon are for... whatever. I'm not gonna try to read anymore. Why do you have this weird mohawk that doesn't look good? Dude, buzz your hair, don't shave it off. Just weird. So, speaking of Twitter, something I tweeted recently was that I found a Wario figurine in Target, and it was the first Wario figurine I've ever found anywhere. So I was flipping out. I was so excited, and I've been to Target so many times looking through their Nintendo section of merchandise, like, and they never... Oh, I love Pharaoh. He's so pretty. Anyway, looking through their Nintendo section in Target, I've never found anything but typical like figurines of like Mario, Luigi. I found Toad, but Toad is so tiny that it's like, oh, whatever. There have been some Yoshis. My sister has a pink Yoshi figurine from there that's awesome. But never Wario, you know? You always see all the other characters, but you never see Wario. And so when I found him, I just like flipped out. I was like, oh my god, it's Wario! I was so excited. So now he's on my desk and he's watching me play this game. So yeah, go to Target. They have a huge, in their toy section, they have a, you know, huge Nintendo section with all kinds of good stuff. So, you know, that's the way to go with that. Oh, rare candy. Gotta love rare candy. Rare candy is necessary for certain Pokemon to evolve, and if you want to just increase your Pokemon by a level, like say you have a level 99 Charizard and you want it to be level 100, that is where rare candy comes in handy. No pun intended. Okay, so now this is like puzzle-ish, right? Oh god. This is, isn't it? I don't remember where I'm supposed to go. Obviously not in that one. Maybe it's the one beneath these stairs? Or was that where that item was? No, that's where that item was. Okay, never mind. Okay, let's go back to this hole. This is the part of these towers I don't like. These stupid puzzles. You know, I'm all for certain kinds of puzzle games, but not when it's like this. And you're like, what? I don't know. What am I supposed to do? Okay, now, let's go. Hey, chick, you know where I'm supposed to go? Here? Ooh! This is a new area. Alright, sailors are both kind and strong. How about you? Okay, I have not run into any sailors yet that have promoted the idea of kindness or, you know, being so nice. Everybody's just like, I want to battle you and beat you up. Like, no one has promoted a good idea so far. I don't know. Anyway. I'm such a good singer. Not really, but whatever. So let's see. I've been talking about social media and different websites to do with my channel, and Alan Schoolboy is calling me. Okay, that's cool. I am not gonna battle you right now because if you haven't noticed, I'm in the middle of a freaking lighthouse, okay? So anyway, I am still continuing to make new things for my Etsy, and I've been posting some items on Twitter that will be on my Etsy shop soon. And some that will go up for auction as well, so... Wait, why can I not carry... Okay, hold on. Yeah, I want to definitely have some auctions this summer. I've got a lot of ideas for this summer, honestly. Okay, so I can't carry anything else. Escape rope, paralyzed heel, bitter berry... Stop doing stupid crap. I didn't push that button. Poison cure berry potion. What? I don't know. Why? I really need to go to... Wait, raises attack. I really need to go to the PC and, you know, just equip some of the stuff on whoever, but you know what, I'm gonna give this to Dance Central just because, so that way we can pick this up. Woo! And this is probably not gonna be the last time I have to do that in this episode. Going up! Yes, because great ball. Woo! Great balls! Man, we almost snuck past that guy. Oh well. So I'm getting kind of lengthy on time. I don't remember how much more the tower is left, but I might just make this, I'll either make it a super long episode or a 2-part episode, so I don't know. Probably just super long, because that's usually easiest to do. You know, that's the bad thing about Pokemon is times like this, like in the towers and stuff, it's great for the game because of the training you get for your Pokemon and everything. But, as far as just, like, progression of the game, it's just a ton of battles, so if you're just watching, it's kind of like, well, this is kind of boring. You know, which is the only downfall of LPing a Pokemon game, is that, you know, you'll want to cut out the battles, but at the same time it's like that's the entire game, so how can you really do that very much? And I know you guys have said, you know, show the battles and just don't show every random Pokemon encounter, which is why I haven't done that and why I've done a lot of off-screen training and stuff, which I think has been beneficial. I mean, I went into this project saying it wasn't going to be like, find this here and get this there. Like, that's not how I wanted to play this game for YouTube. So, you know, it's just kind of give or take with what you really get out of this project. Uh-oh. Yay! Jasmine! This Pokemon always kept the sea lit at night. But it suddenly got sick. It's gasping for air. I understand that there is a wonderful pharmacy in Sandwood, but that's across the sea, and I can't leave Amphi unattended. May I ask you to get some medicine for me, please? Of course. Amphi, Papaloo! Its breathing is terribly labored. I love this pink room. I love how this is at the top of a lighthouse, this lovely little pink room. It's like, look at how cute I am. I love it. Okay, so is there no elevator here in this version? I know there is in Heart Gold, but apparently not in this version. Seriously, this is so cute. I can't get over this room right now, this little pink lighthouse room. Okay, so where are we now? Not in an area that I can detect anything from. Okay. I don't know what to think right now because this is so random. Okay, wait, now I know where we are because we fell down this hole once before, right? This hole over here. Yes, and then we went up, and then we needed to fall down. Oh wait, no we didn't. We needed to go up again. And then when you... Oh. Okay, no, I obviously went the wrong way. Puzzling! Man, I don't remember how to get anywhere now. Well, I went in that hole. Here's this hole. Where does this go? Oh, that just goes right up where we just were. Okay. I hate when there are two holes as options. Oh well, let's go in another hole and see what we find. There may not be much else to find in here, I just know that there are certain items in places, and I don't know what to do about that. This is the beginning of the tower, right? Yes. But this hole says otherwise, so what am I supposed to do with that? And there's another... Okay, I'm sorry, I'm rambling to myself right now out of confusion. And there is no hole right here because this is literally the beginning of the tower. Okay, I don't know. We'll figure it out later. That's what I'm gonna say, because this is the beginning. Wait, can I ride? No! Oak, you're stupid! Okay, yeah, so if I go this way, it's just that first staircase, right? It's not another hole. Yes. Alright, everybody's on the same page now. Okay, well we've officially conquered the lighthouse. The next thing we need to do is surf over to Cyanwood City, which is over in this lovely area I showed off before with the 3 rocks that you can smash. So, that's what we're gonna do probably in the next few episodes. And then actually what I'm thinking is once we get the medicine to the lighthouse and battle this last gym, then I think that might be the closing point for this project as of now. So, we're working our way there, and, you know, I am planning on updating this more often until we're to that point. So, we're gonna leave things at that. So this has been MadameWario, and I will see you guys next time for even more Let's Play Pokemon Gold. Peace out, pimps.